Alright y'all, what up? We've got another good video today. We've got some new archery gear. We got some goodies. So we're going to open these up and show you guys what's in them. So let's go. Alright, we're going to go ahead and open this up. I started opening it and realized my address was on it. So I'm going to redo that. So we're going to open it from the bottom. So this is a new product from, I guess, kind of newer. I think it's maybe a couple weeks old, from Ultraview. So, yeah, we're going to open it up and show you guys what it is. The only person that I could find that had them in stock was Be Real Customs. So, yeah. Alrighty, we got it open. Got paper. We got a little sticker. Perfect. I actually need one of those for the back of my phone. Got some bubble wrap. And then the good stuff. Boom. The new UV button 2. We've got 2 because one of them is my dad's. But he left out yesterday for our work trip, so he's gonna have to wait a week to open those. Open it, I believe these ones are the same size. Let's see. This is the UV2 matte black aluminum. And so they changed. So I had the, let's see, I'll grab my old one. I'm shooting the first one, just the UV button 1. This was the original one. This is my first ever thumb button. It's absolutely amazing. Got just really nice and crisp. Got good adjustments on the top. I absolutely loved it. I've shot this for like a year and a half now. Shot for 2 seasons. I think I've shot 4 or 5 deer with it. So we're upgrading. This one was the medium. There you go. So they had the medium and the large in this one. But now in this one, I believe they have, what's it called? It's called the, what is it? It's like they've got like the extra large, which is bigger than the large in the first one, and then they've got, I think they still call it a medium. It's like a little bit bigger than the first medium, but a little bit smaller than the large in this one, in the first one. So I am going to be keeping this one. It's got, definitely been through it. Got some, like, as you can see, some scrapes. I bought the new button, or the new thumb peg, and just used it a bunch. So this is just set up how I like it. But I will be adjusting this one a little bit different, so we're going to have this one as a backup. So yeah, let's go ahead and open this up. They changed the packaging, actually. I have my old box. So how this one was, is it was the lift, and the button would, I've got the barrel adjusted, so it's not going to, I've got the barrel adjusted, so it's not going to fit right now. But, you know, it's sat, oh wait, that's why it's not fitting, because I've got that in there. Hold on, actually it might kind of fit, yeah. So that's how it would come, you know. Really nice packaging. They always have great packaging. You'd have your, you know, your padding, and then you'd have just like a little instructions manual. So we're going to see about this new one. So let's get into it. So obviously new packaging. You got this really cool thing on the back with a bunch of stuff about it. It just says UV button 2 matte black aluminum. So they've got the aluminum, which is, when you open it, it's the black, and then they've got, is it titanium? I think it's titanium or something. It's like that gold, but I liked the lighter one. I like the look of the black one though. It's a lot cooler. So with the new packaging, you got a little thing to tear. So when you open it, it says precision built. So you just open it up. Then you got these little things to grab onto, which is nice. Very snug. Boom. Just got another manual. Boom. There she is. In all her beauty. So you got your Allen key still, which was just helpful, and then you got the button too. There she is. Right off the bat, neck is obviously shorter. Feels great. Thumb button feels good. It is definitely not as tacky. It's a little bit more, like it feels like it's got more, it's not as grippy, but I like it. They moved the lanyard. It was right there, but they put it more in the middle so that obviously if you're drawing, it's going to be more down the center of your wrist instead of off to the side. Different barrel. It's got the same movement for the neck. The button to activate it is the same, just a little bit smaller. It's very, very quiet. I'll do a comparison. Let's see. So this is the first one. This is just how I have it set up. And then this one is much quieter, which is probably set up different. It's very like muted, which is awesome. Especially like, I mean, it's not much, but it's definitely that little click, like just that little activate. You know, you're in the woods, morning, no wind, and you can just hear, with the leaves down, you can hear for a mile, so that little quiet is just awesome. They've redone the, let's see, how you adjust it. So you've got your fire and your travel. So travel is going to be how far it goes before it fires, and then this is going to be how like how light or heavy it's going to be. And then they actually included so that will lock it down so it won't go anywhere. And then you still have your D-loop thing so that you can that's one of my favorite features, is you clip it under your D-loop really easily. I'll actually show you guys real quick. So, you know, you got your button and you just, it's cocked, and then you just pop it on, which is amazing. Let's see here. And then obviously you're gonna have a similar layout, very, very similar. Let's see here. Yeah, they're basically identical. Watch it. Yeah, they are. Obviously, there's much of a difference. Just a lot smaller. You got these little grooves in there, and then you still have your. So you can take the finger mount off. So you can do 2-finger, 3-finger, or you can get a 4-finger. But I like the 3-finger because it fits in my bino harness really nice. But yeah, let's see what the weight comparison is on these. I like the black a lot better. It just looks cooler. It's really nice. Alright, so we're going to do this in, let's see. Hold on, let's see here. Alright, we're going to do it in ounces. Alright, we'll do the first one. The UV button 1 is 3.13 ounces, and the UV button 2 is 2.53 ounces, so much lighter. So yeah, it feels really good. It's a lot let's see actually how much different. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot, maybe not a lot, but quite a bit more skinnier. So that's going to, it just feels really good. You can really get your fingers around it. It's just so quiet. It's amazing. But yeah, so you got the new barrel. Just looks super nice. Let's see. Alrighty. Let's see, what should I do with it? Yeah, so you got your Allen key. Let's pop this out. Oh, come on. The Allen key is quite hard to get out. There we go. So, I believe, yeah, so all three slots are the same Allen key. So that's nice. And then it is not the same for if you want to adjust your barrel. You're going to need a different one for that. So yeah, let's see here. It's set up actually really good. It's kind of, there's no travel in it really. It's set up really well actually. Might just leave it stock. Let's see, we'll just get it. Don't ever draw your bow back without an arrow, which I'm not going to. I'm just going to put a little bit of pressure on it just to feel it. Yeah, it's set up really nice. Yeah, so I think I'm actually going to leave it stock for now. We might mess around with it, but let's see here. Yeah, so neck's going to be shorter. It's smaller. Looks better, in my opinion. You got the UV, let's see if it'll focus on that, UV logo on both sides. It's got the, with the old one on the barrel, which probably makes the weight quite a bit different, is the barrel had, it wasn't hollow, and it had the UV logo, but this, it's hollow, so you can, so it's got to, that's got to be much lighter. But yeah, the only thing that I don't like as much, I like the button on the old one better. I feel like this one's good, but it's very slick. Like my fingers barely catching, but then like on this one, like it grabs. Which it's just got to be, I mean, as you can see, big difference. This one's got a lot of ridges, so, but I like it a lot. It's a really good product. It is going to, they're the same price. They did not increase the price. The only like difference in that is that it is all made in the US. So let's see if they, yeah, so you got the little USA logo. So it is all made in the USA. No parts from anywhere else. It's all cut in their main factory. So that's really cool. It's good to have US products. But yeah, we are going to, let's see, I'm gonna grab my bino harness. Oh, I'll call it. So, usually how I run mine, this is usually how I run it in my bino harness. I run it, I'm right-handed, so I'm gonna be wearing it like this, so it's gonna be right there, right next to my range finder. I just pop it in there. Yeah, it's a lot smaller. As you can see, it's like you can pull it out really easily. The other one, you can tell it's a bit different because it's like it's caught. But with this one, especially, like, Yeah, I probably should have been a little bit more careful. But this is going to be my new main release. And then we're going to have this as my backup. So let's see here. I believe what I'm going to do is pop off this old, I guess it's not really that old. It's only the second one, but or the first one, I guess. I'm going to pop off this knob. Off the old one. And put the screw back into it. And I'll just have this always in my pack, as a backup. Especially like when you're hunting. Say like if you're hunting your own property, it's a little bit different because of the fact like if you're hunting public, it's gonna be impossible to find that thing if you dropped it. But if you're on your own property, you should be able to find it. But I'm gonna have my old one. Just pop it in there. And the reason I took the knob out actually is so that it doesn't catch like on anything. So just gonna pop that in there, and then throw the knob in there. But yeah, that's gonna be my backup. And then actually I think I've got an Allen wrench in there. But yeah, so we might go and shoot this actually. It is absolutely freezing out. I think it's about 30 degrees out, windy, and it's supposed to rain for about the next week and a half. But I think today is the last day we have without rain. Oh my goodness. Okay. But I think today is probably the last day without rain. So I think we're going to go shoot it. Actually, let me check the forecast and make sure it's not supposed to start raining. Yeah, I just can't get over how good this looks. I mean, the black looks absolutely amazing. Yep, we're good. Yeah, but it's literally supposed to rain for like a week and a half with some snow in there. So, but like the other day, it was 75 degrees, and the next day we woke up to about an inch of snow. So, a lot of difference right now. But I think we're gonna take this outside and shoot it. Let's see here. Lock. Oh, hold on. Oh, okay. So, I just realized this. I'm gonna have to pull out my flashlight on my phone so y'all can see this. But, I don't know if y'all can see it. Let's see here. Come on, focus. There's one right there, and then there's one right there. So there's two separate locking. So there's one lock for the travel and one lock for the fire. So that's nice. So like, what you do is you just put your Allen key in there, loosen it, and then you can adjust your firing, tighten it back down. You don't really want to wrench on it super hard, but you want to make sure it's snug. So I think we're going to go outside and do a little bit of shooting and test this puppy out. So let's go. Alright, so it's actually not as bad as I thought. It's about 40 degrees. So we're going to take our first couple shots with this new release. 49 yards. We're going to be shooting for the deer. Can y'all even see him? Oh yeah. That one. Oh, we're out of battery. Hold on. Okay, we're back. That's the one bad thing about this camera is that when it's dead, like you could video probably for an hour or two on the first battery, and then once it hits the second one, you got about 2 minutes until she's dead. But yeah. Alright, starting her off strong, first shot of the day, 50 yards. So 50 yards with the new release. Let's see how she feels. That barrel is not in a great spot. I need to adjust that real quick. I was not going to be able to pull through that shot very good with where I had that positioned. Hold on. Oh, and my wrenches are also falling apart. Okay. Everything is going wrong right now. My wrenches are falling apart. So this is fun, but alright, we need to go up and back. There we go. We're gonna see how that feels. I like to run my barrel quite far out and kind of back. I like to be able to really get a hold of that thing. But alright, I think that not quite. Let me just go forward. That's the thing about these releases, is they're so adjustable. It's insane. Like, they're so easy to adjust. They're so nice. Oh yeah, that's much better. Okay, round 2. Let's try this again. I need a new D-loop. My D-loop's like all flimsy, which is probably not a good sign, but it's like hard to click this thing on, but that felt really good. I like the feel of that. I was really able to get into it feels really good. It's nice and thin, so your hands really, it feels like, yes, that was a really good first shot. So okay, that one felt pretty good too. That one's just a little bit high, but you know what? If he hadn't ducked, if he didn't duck, it probably would have been fine. But 50 yards, he's probably gonna duck. So, oh well, it wasn't terrible. I just realized there's 2 squirrel tails and 6 squirrel feet right here. That is highly disturbing. Okay, that's weird. Okay, that was just a little bit lower. Now if he had ducked out, it would be perfect. But yeah, there's 2 squirrel tails right here. And it's probably from one of the cats. We have 3 farm cats. Barn cats, but they're fancy barn cats. I have no idea where that one went. I think it was perfect. That release felt crisp. Oh yeah, they're all pretty good. So let's go check them out. Alrighty. Here's our 4 shots from 50 yards. We had our first shot. Oh, I'm dragging my. Alright. It's our first shot. It would have been a 12 ring on the line. This was our second shot. It would have been a 11 ring. This one, it was a little bit low, but if he had ducked into it, it probably would have been fine. And then this one probably would have been back lungs. But yeah, our deer's kind of falling apart. But in fact, I think there's a deer over there. I just heard something run. But yeah, pretty good shots for 50 yards. So let's do it again. Okay, you guys are very crooked. Alright, there we go. That's better. Alright, those shots were all pretty good. But yeah, this release feels amazing. I mean, Everything's just smooth, feels like it goes there. And I actually changed my mind. I do like this the new button or barrel. It feels really good. But yeah. Ooh, that was a bad shot. I'm not sure what that was, but that's not a good shot. It's probably going to be, I'd have to say, it's just above the leg. If he had ducked, it probably would have caught shoulder blade, would be my guess. But that was not a good shot, so, but that's okay. Let's see. All the deer I shot this year died, so I must have been doing something right. But okay, that was decent. I definitely have not shot in a while. It's been like a week or so, which is not good, but the weather's been not the greatest. That's for sure. My D-loop is like very flimsy, so like there we go, we got it that time, but it's like very flimsy, so it doesn't want to connect. Ooh, smoked that one. Broke good. And it actually hit the target. It was such a good shot that the little, where we've hit, yeah. Actually, yeah, that's pretty good. A little bit high, but it went through the target. But that was a good shot. The first group was definitely better. Ooh. Okay, that group was actually really bad. Not the greatest, but coming out and shooting. Oh, my microphone's gonna fall out. Coming out and shooting the release for the first time. Still got to get used to it, but it's absolutely phenomenal. Looks great, feels great. Those little marks on the inside feel good. Definitely gonna do. I might make it a little bit less heavy. It's a little bit heavy for my liking, but it absolutely feels amazing. And I cannot wait to take it out. First technically like season will be turkey season. So we just set up my turkey arrows, which I just posted a video about those. In fact, I think it is just released about a couple minutes ago, at the time I'm filming this. So turkey season, and then we'll all summer to practice. We got Bow Fest at the end of July, and then we got deer season. So that's gonna be absolutely so much fun to get to use this thing, get to test it out. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it, and see you guys at the next video.